Look at one problem. The ratio two is to three given ratio. Then is asking to find out the ratio. Look at the way to approach the problem is this is given 2/3. Implies ES2n equal to twice Sn. Actually, this is sum of first two n terms. That is 2n/2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. And that formula can be written, but that will be longer approach. For these type of problems, take the sum in this form. Always sum of first n terms will be of the form yesterday will be of form an square plus bn. For any AP, sum of first n terms will be in this form. Take the sum of first n terms of AP in AP like this. Then you can find what is sum of first two n terms. S10 means you will substitute n equal to 10. S2n means in this substitute n equal to 2n and find an equation. So this is 4an square plus 2bn equal to 2 into Sn means an square plus bn. Form an equation here. So this is 12. This is 12 an square minus 10 an square. Bring to left hand side. 10 an square plus 4bn equal to 0. Take out n common. So take out 2n common. 2n common means 5an plus 2b equal to 0. N cannot be 0. That means b value, if I find out, minus 5an by 2. B value is nothing but minus 5an by 2. This is, let us say, first equation. Find B in terms of A from the given equation. Now what you need to find out is S3n divided by S2n. This is nothing but substitute 3n here. 9an square plus 3bn. S3n divided by S2n. 4an square plus 2bn. This you have to find out. Okay, now strike off n. 9an plus 3b divided by 4an plus 2b. Strike off n. So now substitute b equal to minus 5an by 2. In place of b, minus 5an by 2 means minus 15an by 2 divided by 4an. 4an. So 2 into minus 5an by 2. So minus 5an. This comes out to be, if you take LCM, 18an minus 15an. 3an by 2 divided by minus an. That means you got minus 3 by 2. So therefore required ratio is nothing but minus 3 by 2. This is the required answer. In this approach, it will be easy. If we substitute in terms of NAD, it will become difficult problem. Whenever this type of sum of n terms are involved, take sum of first n terms as this, and then whatever the required one is there, you find out and find a condition from the given one, and then what he is asking in that use the condition. Then it will become easy problem. Number of problems will be there by using this approach. Look at next model. The ratio of sum of first n terms the ratio sum of first n terms to next n terms is 3:4. 3:4. Find ratio of sum of first two n terms to next n terms. Look at another different model. So now look at if the ratio of sum of first n terms to the next n terms. So what is the next n terms means? Look at suppose AP is like this. AP is like this. A1, A2, and so on AN. This is first n terms. This is first n terms. First n terms means from the starting term onwards you count n terms. That is first n terms. What is telling sum of first n terms to next n terms. Next n terms means after first n terms, n terms. That means an plus 1, an plus 2, and so on a to n. Always next n terms means from after first n terms, next n terms, second n terms. Right? So he has given that ratio. That means look at What is the ratio given? Sum of first n terms divided by, from here to here it is called sum of first n terms. So from here to here sum you cannot calculate by using the formula, because formula is there for calculating. Our formula is there for calculating from term 1 to term n, starting onwards. Now, for these n terms, there will be no formula. What we will do is, for calculating this sum, what we will do is, from here to here, we will write sum. From here to here, from starting to 2n terms, S2n, next n term sum is nothing but S2n minus, from here to here, we will delete. Sn. So this is the sum of second n terms. Denominator, whatever I have written, this is nothing but second n terms sum. What we will do is, from starting to that term, we will find out the sum S2n minus starting to first n terms. This is the second n terms, and this is given ratio what? 3/4. 3/4. Now in the previous problem, whatever has been taken, let Sn equals, this approach only we will follow. An square plus bn. Let the sum of first n terms in AP will be like this. So he has given cross multiply 4Sn equals to 3S2n minus 3Sn implies 7Sn equals to 3S2n. So implies 7 into Sn An square plus Bn equal to 3 into S2n, means substitute 2n. 4An square plus 2Bn. Just find the relation B. Right? So bring that side. 12 minus 7. 5An square. 5An square. 6Bn minus 7Bn. Strike off n. Then you will get B equals to 5An. B equal to 5An. Let us say first equation. This is given. This is given. Now what he is asking is sum of first two n terms required. What is required? This is given. So this is given. What is required? Sum of first two n terms. Look at the in the similar fashion I am writing. Sum of first two n terms divided by, that means from here to 2n terms, first 2n terms divided by next n terms. That means like this, look at I am writing A1, A2 and so on, A2n. This is first 2n terms. Next n terms, that means A2n plus 1, A2n plus 2 and so on, A3n. This is second n terms. So after 2n terms, next n terms. Next n terms. So from here to here, S2n, what he has given is this in the denominator. That means from starting to 3n terms, we will calculate S3n. Always we will calculate sum from the beginning. Minus first 2n terms. So this is the ratio you want to find out. This is the ratio you want to find out. Now look at S2n means what? S2n. S2n means substitute 2n. 4An square plus 2Bn. S2n divided by S3n. 9An square plus 3bn. This is S3n minus S2n. So this is what you have to calculate. So that means 4an square plus 2bn divided by 5an square plus bn. Now in place of b 5an I can substitute. In place of b substitute 5an. That means this is 10an square divided by 5an square plus if you substitute 5an, that means this is nothing but 14an square divided by 10an square. An square cancel. 2 sevens, 2 fives. Therefore, answer is nothing but 7 is 5. Answer is nothing but 7 is to 5. Like that, approach will be easy. Second n terms, next n terms, what we will do is from starting to sum you calculate and then minus of first sum, whatever it is there. For these type of problems, your approach must be like that. That is sum of first n terms in this form, those models. Next problem. If the ratio of sum of first n, the ratio of sum of first n terms of two APs are in ratio I1 plus 6 is to 8n plus 5. This is given. Find ratio of their 12th terms. Look at the problem. So there are two APs. So there are two APs. Let us say AP1. Let us say AP1. First term equal to A1. Common difference equal to D1. Let us say. AP2. Another AP is there. Let first term equal to A2. Common difference equal to D2. Given that sum of first n terms are in the ratio, given what is given? So sum of first n terms to AP1. So that means n by 2 into 2A1 plus n minus 1 into D1. So this is for AP1 divided by sum of first n terms to AP2. 2A2 n minus 1 into d2 equal to 5n plus 6 divided by 8n plus 5. 8n plus 5. Now this is given. What is required? Look at required. I am writing. Required. Required means T12. 12th terms ratios. What is the 12th term in first AP? A1 plus 11 D1 divided by. This is what you have to calculate. 12th term in first AP is A1 plus 11 D1. 12th term in second AP is A2 plus 11 D2. Look at. From this is given and that is required. Look at. For this type of problems, what we will do is, here look at A1 is there, A2 is there. A1 coefficient is 1, A2 coefficient is 1. Here also make A1 coefficient 1. Take 2 common. Make A2 coefficient 1. So this is 2. Now as this is given, now look at. So here 11, here 11 you have to get. Put n minus 1 by 2. Whatever it is there here, you take that as 11. Here 11 is there. We will choose the n value like this. That means n equal to 22 plus 1, 23. You know, what is the value of n you have to choose here means take n minus 1 by 2 equal to 11. So therefore in 1, let us say 1, in 1, put n equal to 23 on both sides. On both sides. Then what you will get? A1, this is 23 minus 2 divided by 11 D1 divided by 11 D2 equal to, here substitute. So 5 into 23 plus 6 divided by 8 into 23 plus 6. So that means this is 115 plus 6 divided by 184 plus 6. That means this is 121 divided by 190. That is the ratio. Therefore, this is nothing but T12 is 2. Second AP, let us say T12 dash. What is the ratio? 121 is to 190, which is the answer. Which is the answer. Like that, whatever is given, you write. Whatever the required is this one. So A1 coefficient, make 1 take common 2. Here A2 coefficient, make 1 take common 2. Okay, now look at here, you have to get 11. Same term is there. That means choose this as 11. Choose this as 11 and calculate n. That means in both sides of 1, you substitute n equal 23. Then left hand side, you will get this one, and right hand side will be your answer. So that is the required ratio. For all these type of problems, where sum of n terms ratios are given, and he will ask sum of the terms ratio. This is the approach. Next more. Consider series, consider the series 31 plus 31 by 3 plus 29 2 by 3 plus and so on. Like this, numbers are given. Like this, numbers are given. Number 1. The last positive term in series is dash. Number 2. The maximum sum of series is dash. Look at the problem. So here in this problem, check whether they are AP or not. Okay. So common difference, if you check, common difference. So this is 31, 30. So common difference, it is what? 31, 30, 1 by 3 is there, and then 29. So common difference is same. So that means they are AP. What is the common difference? So second term, 91 by 3 minus 31. That means 91 minus 93 by 3. So common difference is minus 2 by 3. Minus 2 by 3 means, so this is 31, it will be decreased by minus 2 by 3. Next term it will be decreased by minus 2 by 3. Like that it keep on, every term will decrease by 2 by 3. That means after some numbers, terms will become negative. Because you are decreasing every term by 2 by 3. That means after some terms, there will be negative term. So last positive term is asking to calculate. That means we will write nth term first, nth term of the series. Nth term. So nth term is nothing but a plus n minus 1 into b. A is nothing but 31. So that means what is the nth term? 31 plus n minus 1 into minus 2 by 3. Therefore, if you take the LCM, 3 is the LCM. So here you will get 93, 93 plus 2, 95 minus 2n. 95 minus 2n by 3. 95 minus 2n by 3. Look at. I am writing Tn greater than or equal to 0. Tn greater than or equal to 0. You know. So what I will get the n value? Let us see. Minus 2n greater than or equal to 0. That means 95 greater than or equal to 2n. That means n less than or equals to 95 by 2. 95 by 2 means 47.5. That means if n less than or equals to 47.5, that Tn will be greater than or equal. There won't be any 47.5. Maximum value of n is what? So 47 point n is natural number of the term. That means if n is still 47, 47.5 will not be there. Therefore, you can say that maximum value of n is what? 47. So last positive term is what? 47th term. There won't be any 47th term. Last positive term is, if you take n equal to 47, that means T47. Because you have written Tn greater than or equal to 0. So you got n less than or equal to 47.5. That means lastly, when n equal to 47, Tn will be positive. So last positive term is T47. What is T47? T47, if you substitute here, 95 minus 94 divided by 3. That means 1 by 3. 1 by 3. That means series will be like this. Look at. And so on, it will decrease. After that, 1 by 3. And after that, negative will come. 1 by 3 minus 2 by 3. Minus 1 by 3. Minus 1 by 3 minus 2 by 3. And so on, series will be like this. That means last positive term will be like this. This is term 47. That is term because it is decreasing by 2 by 3. After some terms, that is 47 term is 1 by 3, and after that minus 1 by 3 negative terms. So that means last positive term is 1 by 3. Suppose second question is this: maximum sum of series. This is first question. Maximum sum. Look at maximum sum means if we add this to this, then you will get some sum. If you add 3 numbers, you will get the sum. If you add 4 numbers, you will get the sum. Maximum value will be from, if you sum from here to here. Because from here to here, if you add, then from here to here minus 1 by 3. So these are negative. That means maximum sum is nothing but from here to here. That means last positive term is what? A 47 term. From here to here, if you add, you will get some maximum. That means yes, 47 is the, that means sum of first 47 terms will be the maximum value. Sum of first 47 terms means 47 by 2 into first term you know and last term you know. So 31 plus 1 by 3. So that means 47 by 2 into, so 94 by 3. That means what is the maximum sum? 47 square divided by 3. Understood? Maximum means, that means from here to here if you take and add, then sum will be maximum. From here to here if you take the sum, this sum plus negative quantity, it will be lesser than this. That's why if you take first 47 terms and add, sum will be maximum. For calculating maximum sum, you need to calculate last positive term, whatever it is there. Instead of asking first question, you will ask directly second question. That means first you need to find what is the last positive term. From here to here, if we add, sum will be maximum. Like that, this model. Next. Next is harmonic progression. Next is harmonic progression. Look at harmonic progression. A simple definition of harmonic progression is a set of numbers are said to be in harmonic progression if their reciprocals, the simple definition, if their reciprocals are in AP. If their reciprocals are in AP, just if you reciprocal that numbers, if they are in AP, then these numbers will be harmonic progression. Suppose let us take an example. 1/3, 1/5, 1/7, 1/9, and so on. Terms are there. So these are the terms. So if you reciprocal those numbers, reciprocal this 3, 5, 7, 9, and so on. So these are AP having first term 3 and common difference 2. So these are in AP. When the reciprocals are in AP, then these numbers are said to be in harmonic progression. No other definition is there. Whenever the numbers is given, if you do the reciprocals, if they are in AP, then the numbers are said to be harmonic progression. The only thing, whenever HP is given, you reciprocal and form an AP. That means if A1, A2, and so on, AN are in HP, then 1/A1, 1/A2, and so on, 1/AN are in AP. Simple. You know, if the numbers are in AP, then their reciprocals will also be harmonic progression. Suppose both ways are in AP, let us say, then their reciprocals will be in HP. The simple thing is, whenever the harmonic progression is given, we will convert into arithmetic progression by taking their reciprocals. Okay. If A comma B comma C are in HP, the formula is 2/B equals to 1/A plus 1/C, or B equals to 2AC divided by. Here, whenever the numbers are in harmonic progression, 2/B equal to 1/A plus 1/C is the condition. Just like AP is A plus C equal to 2B, in harmonic progression, 2/B equal to 1/A plus 1/C, or B equal to 2AC divided by A plus C. So here 1/A, 1/B, 1/C. These are in AP. So as these are in AP, X plus Z equal to 2Y. These are in AP. So this is the one. So then if you take the LCM, to cross multiply, you will get 2AC divided by A plus C. Whenever the AP is, whenever harmonic progression is given, use this formula or this formula. Whatever the required in the problem, you can use those. So to prove that they are in HP, you prove this one or this one. So that is the harmonic progression condition. So in AP, terms are like, in AP terms, you know, A plus B a plus 2d and so on, a plus n minus 1 dt. In HP, terms are 1 by a reciprocals. In harmonic progression, terms will be like this. So this is term 1. This is term 2. There won't be any formula. This is the only formula. These terms, if we reciprocal, then they will be in AP. That means in harmonic progression, nth term will be 1 by a plus n minus 1 into d. Nth term will be 1 by a plus n minus 1 into d. Suppose if you want to write seventh term is nothing but 1 by a plus 6d. So just reciprocal of the AP term, whatever it is, the reciprocal. So like that, for any term to calculate, we will use this formula. Tn is nothing but 1 by a plus n minus 1 into d. First term is 1 by a. First term is 1 by a. So for calculating any term, what we will do is we will calculate a and d, and then to calculate any term, we will use this rule. Take one simple problem. Take this problem. Find its twentieth term and nth term. Okay, take one simple problem. So in a harmonic progression, eighth term is given. What is the formula? Tn equal to 1 by a plus n minus 1 into d. So therefore, eighth term 1 by a plus 7d equal to 1 by 2. This is given. That means a plus 7d equal to 2. Let us take first equation. Then 14th term. 14th term is n equal to 14. 1 by 3. That implies a plus 13d. A plus 13d equal to 3. Second equation. From these two, you have to calculate what is d and a. So 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 implies 13 minus 7. 6d equal to 1. So d is nothing but 1 divided by 6. Right. So now, from the first equation, calculate a. So 1 implies a plus 7 by 6 equal to 2. Implies 2 minus 7 by 6. So 12 minus 7, 5 by 6. So got. Now 20th term you need to calculate. T20 is nothing but 1 by a plus 19d. So that means 1 by a is 5 by 6. plus 19 into 5 by 6. That means 6 divided by 5 plus 95. So 6 divided by 100. That means 3 divided by 50. This is the 20th term. This is the 20th term. Now nth term we can easily write. Nth term is nothing but 1 by, this is general term, 1 by, A is 5 by 6, n minus 1 into 1 by 6. So 6 divided by 5 plus n minus 1. 4 plus n. 4 plus n. So this is the one. So look at next model. Here, look at further application we will see. If the 20th term, look at very important model. If the 20th term of a HP, if the 20th term of a HP is given 1. If the 20th term is given 1 and 30th term is given minus 1 by 7, minus 1 by 17. Find its largest term. Find its largest term. Okay. Find its largest term. Okay. First, for finding largest term, like this general term, you need to find out. So what is given? T20. Largest term means which has maximum value. T20 is given. Let us take Tn equal to 1 by A plus n minus 1 into D. T20 is what? T20 is nothing but 1 by A plus 19D. 1 by A plus 19D is given as 1. T20. That means A plus 19D is 1. Let us take first equation. Let us take first equation. So next 30th term is given. 30th term is nothing but 1 by A plus 29D. That is given as minus 1 by 17. So that implies A plus 29D is nothing but minus 17. Second equation. From these two, you have to calculate what is D and what is A. So I am doing 2 minus 1. I am doing 2 minus 1. 29 minus 19. That means 10D equal to minus 17 minus 1 minus 8. So D is nothing but minus 9 divided by 5. Minus 9 divided by 5. So now calculate A. So 1 implies A plus 19 into minus 9 by 5. Equal to 1. That implies A value is what? 1 plus 171 divided by 5. So that means 176 divided by 5. So A value you got. So now calculate, for finding largest term, you calculate what is the nth term. A plus n minus 1 into D. So 1 divided by 176 by 5 plus n minus 1 into minus 9 divided by 5. So this comes out to be Tn is nothing but 5 divided by look at 176 plus 9, 185 minus 9n. 185 minus 9n. So now look at, there are terms in AP. N equal to 1 means one term you will get. N equal to 1 means one term you will get. N equal to 2 means all the values you will get. Maximum value of the term. So obviously maximum value will be positive only. Maximum value, positive value only we will write. If you look at, if you substitute n equal to 1 for maximum, for Tn to be maximum, this denominator is there, 185 minus 9n must be minimum. So here number is fixed. If this is minimum, as minimum as possible, you will get maximum, this one. Right? For minimum, look at, suppose if you substitute n equal to 1, 185 minus 9. So that means 5 divided by 185 minus 9 is the first term. Suppose if we substitute n equal to 2, 185 divided by 185 minus 9 into 2. So that is lesser value. That means T2 is more than T1. Suppose if we substitute n equal to 3, you will get 185 minus 9 into 3. That will be more than T2. So if you keep on substituting, what is the minimum value of this you will get? Suppose if you keep on substituting, it must be close to 185. Suppose if we substitute n equal to 20, here you will get 185 minus 180. If you substitute n equal to 21, this is what 5. N equal to 21, if you substitute, 189 you will get. 189 means minus 8. This will become negative. That means here if you substitute n equal to 20, what you will get? T20 equals to 5 divided by 5, 1. After that, if you calculate T21, what you will get? 1 by minus 8, minus 1 by 8. minus 1 by 8. So this is negative, this is positive. So what is the maximum value you will get? T20, that is 1. Therefore, maximum or largest term is T20. T20 is nothing but 1. You look at first, write the nth term. Okay, now. So for Tn to be maximum, this value must be minimum. If you substitute n equal to 1, 5 divided by 185 minus 9, that is less than 1 only. If you substitute n equal to 2, so the T2 will be more than T1. Like that, if you keep on substituting, the last positive value, whatever you will get is T20. That is 5 divided by 5, that is 1. After that, negative values you will get. That means maximum value is what? Maximum largest term is T20, that is 1. Like that, whenever if you ask largest term, you write the nth term. And then by using common sense, you substitute n value. Lastly, it will be close to 185. That n value you substitute. For that n value, it will be maximum. Main thing is this must be minimum. Because you are 185 minus. That means maximum value such that you substitute such that it is last positive value for that. So this is the maximum or largest term. So on this concept, questions will be asked in IIT and mains. Write this and decide by keeping the n value, which value of n must be kept such that it will become maximum. Next concept. Next concept. So in AP, I told in AP, suppose 3 numbers are there, like 3 numbers are there. So these both are called extremes. First and last terms are called extremes. In between first and last term, whatever the numbers are there, they are called arithmetic means. They are called arithmetic means. Similarly, in harmonic progression, suppose let us say, if A, B, C are in harmonic progression, this A and C are called extremes. First and last terms are called extremes. How many numbers are there between A and C? One number. Therefore, B is called one. One number is there. One harmonic of A and C. Therefore, B is nothing but 2AC divided by A plus C. Harmonic mean of A and C is nothing but 2AC divided by A plus C. This B is called harmonic mean of A and C. Between first term and last term, whatever the numbers are there, they are called harmonic means between A and C, just like in AP. Between first term and last term, whatever the numbers are there, they are called harmonic means between first term and last term. Suppose let us say 2 terms are there. A comma X comma Y. This. So between first term and last term, how many terms are there? 2 terms. Therefore, X comma Y are called 2 HMs. 2 HMs between A and B. Between A and B, these 2 numbers are called, this is first HM, this is second HM. Now suppose if we want to calculate X and Y, find, let us say, find X comma Y in terms of A and B, let us say, in terms of A and B. You have to find X and Y in terms of A and B. In terms of A and B. Look at. Now immediately we will convert into immediately this is first term you know and second term you know. You know, first term you know and second term you know. So what is the Tn 1 by, let us take capital A because already small a is there. Let us take nth term of harmonic progression like this because small a is there. That's why I have taken capital A plus n minus 1 into capital D. So T1 is what? T1 is nothing but 1 by A. 1 by A is nothing but A. That implies A is what? 1 by A. A is what? 1 by A. Now look at B, that is fourth term. So this is fourth term. That means 1 by A plus in HHP, n term is this one equal to B. That implies A plus 3D. A plus 3D equal to 1 by B. First we will calculate what is A and what is D. So that means 3D equals to 1 by B minus 1 by A. That means D is nothing but 1 by 3 into 1 by B minus 1 by A. Now you got A value and B value. Now look at first harmonic mean. First harmonic mean means X. X. In harmonic progression, how many term is this one? This is second term. First harmonic mean means second term of HP. Second term means T2. 1 by A plus B. 1 by A plus B. That means capital A is nothing but 1 by A. Plus D is nothing but 1/3 minus 1 by A. So what you will get? Therefore, X equals to 1 divided by 1 by A minus 1 by 3A plus 1 by 3 into 1 by B. 1 by 3 minus 1 by A minus 1 by 3 means 2 by 3A. 2 by 3A plus 1 by 3B. If you take the LCM, you will get 3 divided by 2A. No. Minus 1 by 3 into 1 by A. That means 2 by 3 into 1 by A plus 1 by 3 into 1 by B. So what you will get? 3 up. 3 divided by 2 by A plus 1 by B. Or if you further simplify, 3AB, take the LCM. 3AB divided by 2B plus A. 2B plus A. Look at here. 1 by A plus B. 1 by A minus 1 by 3A. This 1 by 3B. This 1 by A common. 1 minus 1 by 3 is 2 by 3. This is 1 by 3B. Now this 3 bring up 2 divided by A plus 1 by B. Now take the LCM AB here. Bring up 2B plus A. So this is the first harmonic mean in terms of A and B. Now Y. Y is the second harmonic mean. Y is second harmonic mean. Is nothing but Y. So this is how many term? Third term. So starting third term because A is also the third term. Third term means 1 by A plus 2D. That means 1 by A is what? 1 by A plus 2 into. What is this one? So 2 by 3 into this substitute D. 1 by B minus 1 by A. Further simplify. 1 divided by 1 by A minus 2 by 3A, 2 by 3A plus 2 by 3 into 1 by A plus 2 by 3 into 1 by B. 1 divided by 1 by A, if you take common 1 minus 2 by 3. So 1 by 3 into 1 by A plus 2 by 3 into 1 by B. 2 by 3 into 1 by B. So you will get 3 up, 3 divided by 1 by A plus 2 by B. Right? This 3 will come up. 1 by A plus 2 by B. If you take the LCM AB, 3AB divided by 3AB divided by, you will get B plus 2A. B plus 2A. B plus 2A. So this is the first HM. This is the second HM. That means, look at, I have given that these are in harmonic progression. These are in harmonic progression. Now I have found out X. X is nothing but what you got, 3AB divided by 2B plus A. Y is nothing but third term, what you got, 3AB divided by B plus 2A. Okay. If two numbers are there, remember the formula. You can remember this one. 3AB divided by 2B plus A. Y is nothing but 3AB divided by B plus 2A. If only two HMs are there, remember the formula. If any number is there, just you can calculate any term. Suppose another Z is there. Z is nothing but fourth term in harmonic progression. That you can calculate because A you know, D you know. Like that. Only two things means you can remember X, Y. So just two numbers will be there. In between numbers are there such that they all form a harmonic progression. Then these numbers are called harmonic means. Look at one problem. Suppose in between A and B, suppose let us say like this. A comma H1, and so on H comma B. Let us say they are in these numbers are in harmonic progression. These numbers are in harmonic progression. These numbers are in harmonic progression. Then what can you say about these? Between first term and last term, n numbers are there. These are called n HMs. N HMs. This is the first HM. This is the second HM. This is the nth HM. Like that, n HMs are there. Just like here, two HMs are there. This is the first HM. This is the second HM. Like that, in between, n HMs are there. Then the property is 1 by H1 plus 1 by H2 reciprocal sum of all harmonic means. Is nothing but formula is n into 1 by A plus 1 by B divided by 2. Where n is number of HM. So this is here n is number of HMs. Number of HMs. Here look at in between A and B there are n numbers. These are called HMs. Sum of the reciprocals of HMs is nothing but n into 1 by A plus 1 by B divided by 2. Yesterday I told between A and B, if n ANs are there, A1 plus A2 plus A3 and so on, AN is nothing but n into A plus B by 2. Similarly here, sum of reciprocals is nothing but n into 1 by A plus 1 by B divided by 2. Look at here. Look at here in the previous case, these are the two. If I suppose find 1 by x plus 1 by y. Look at here. 1 by x plus 1 by y. This is 1 by x. 1 by x means what is that? 2b plus a divided by b b plus 1 by y divided by 3ab. Now if you calculate, this is nothing but 3a plus 3b divided by 3ab. Now I can write a plus b divided by ab. A plus b divided by ab. That means sum of their reciprocals, you got 1 by x plus 1 by y equals to. So this is nothing but 1 by a plus 1 by b. You multiply and divide it by 2. Now look at here, n is what? 2. So 1 by x plus 1 by y is nothing but 2 into 1 by a plus 1 by b by 2. Here n is 2. Same formula is applicable. Look at 1 by x plus 1 by y. Only 2 equal to 2 into 1 by a plus 1 by b by 2. The same you got here. 1 by a plus 1 by b, like that. If any number of HMs are there, sum of the reciprocals is nothing but n into 1 by a plus 1 by b divided by 2. Look at one problem. You know? If okay, H1, H2, and so on, H20 are 20 HMs. Are 20 HMs inserted between 2 and 3. Between 2 and 3, then H1 plus 2 divided by H1 plus 2 divided by H1 minus 2 plus H20 plus 3. H20 minus 3 equals X. Okay. Now in between 2 and 3, there are 20 HMs. Look at it. That means what you have to write? 20 comma 2 comma H1 in between H2, H3 and so on. H20 comma 3. These will be in harmonic progression. Between 2 and 3, first term and last term, these numbers will be there like this. Such that they all form a harmonic progression. They all form a harmonic progression. Now you have to find out first HM and 20th HM. So you know the first term of HP and last term of HP. What is the nth term? nth term, let us take a plus n minus 1 into d. Now T1 is nothing but 1 by a. This is given 2. You have to find a and d. So that means a is what? 1 by 2. A is what? 1 by 2. Now look at last term. Third 3 is given this one. How many term? This is one term. These are 20. So totally from here to here 21. This is how many term? 22nd term. This is 20. This is 1. So 22nd term. That means a plus 21d is nothing but 3. That implies a plus 21d is nothing but 1 by 3. So 21d equal to 1 by 3 minus 1 by 2. So that means you will get 2 minus 3 minus 1 by 6. So d is nothing but minus 1 by 6 into 21. Minus 1 by 6 into 21. Now you got A and D. A and D. So now you can calculate any term. H1 you want. So that means first HM. H1 is nothing but first HM. That means second term. H1 means second term. First HM means second term. So 1 by A plus B. A plus B. That means substitute the values. So 1 by 2 minus 1 by 6 into 21. Right? So LCM will be 6 into 21. LCM will be 6 into 21. So here you will get 3 into 21. 3 into 21 means 63 minus 1. That means H1 equals to 6 into 21 divided by 62. 62. So now he is asking H1 plus 2 divided by H1 minus 2. I am calculating like this. H1 by 2 is nothing but H1 by 2 is nothing but 3 into 21. I am using some simple technique, right? The 2 brought this side. That means this is nothing but 63 divided by 62. Now H1 by 2 equal to 63 divided by 62 by componendo and dividendo. By componendo and dividendo. C and D means componendo and dividendo. H1 plus 2 divided by H1 minus 2 equals to 63 plus 62 divided by 63 minus 62. That means this is 125 divided by 1. So this value is what? This value is nothing but 125. Now you got H1. Similarly, you can calculate what is H20. H20 is nothing but how many term? Don't mislead like 20th term, not 20th term. 2 is also there. That means 21st term. 21st term is nothing but A plus n minus 1 into D. 20D. That means 1 divided by 1 by 2. 1 by 2 plus 20 into D is minus 1 by 6 into 21. So again LCM is 6 into 21 denominator is 20 plus 3. Now again LCM is 6 into 21. 6 into 21 means here you will get 3 into 21 minus 20. That means 6 into 21 divided by what you will get 63 minus 20. 43. This so H20 I got 6 into 21 divided by 43. Now H20 plus 3 by 3 I am bringing this side. H20 by 3 equals to here 3 will be remaining. So here 3 I brought this side. 2 into 21 means 42 divided by 43. Now again by componendo and dividendo. By componendo and dividendo. What is componendo and dividendo? If A by B equals C by D, A plus B divided by A minus B equal to C plus D divided by C minus D. This, so that means what is the value of this? 85 divided by this is what? Minus 1. So this is minus 85. So what is the required value? Required value he is asking is H1 plus 2 divided by H1 minus 2 plus H20 plus 3 divided by H20 minus 3. That is nothing but 125 minus 85. This value is nothing but 40. Like that. Now by taking this also you can substitute here. By taking this directly you substitute. By finding this directly you substitute. But it will become difficult, no? That's why here itself similarity is there. That's why I have brought to this side and then applied component and dividend. That means this value you will get easily. Right? Like that, by bringing 3 this side, I have applied component and dividend. Such that you will get this value easily. Like that, whenever in between two numbers, harmonic means are there, you can easily calculate what are those terms. First term and last term will be given. By using first term and last term, calculate A and D. So in between terms, if you have to calculate means, what are the terms we will see? Second term, third term, in harmonic progression, second term, third term, like that. Here H1 means second term, H20 means 20 first term. This number will be there 20, that is nothing but one more. In the HP, one more. 20 means 20 first term. First means second term. 10th means 11th term, like that. Because first term A will be there, first term. Calculating that, this will be 20 first term in harmonic progression. Like that, harmonic means concept. In the previous class, we have seen arithmetic mean concept. They are also same thing. First term and last term, we calculated common difference and then all the terms. Look at Okay, next. One point in AP, I have forgotten. Okay. Terms in AP, how to take easily for solving the problem. Terms, okay. Odd number of terms. That means if odd number of terms must be taken, suppose let us say in AP, three terms you have to take. Three terms you have to take. So what we will do is middle term we will fix. Three terms means one middle term will be there. Okay. This side A plus B. This side whatever is there A minus B. We will take the terms like this. Okay. Instead of taking A plus D, A plus 2D, take the three terms like such that if you sum all the three, then D will get cancelled. Then you will get A. Okay. Three terms means odd number of terms means first you fix the middle term. You fix the middle term. That side you write plus D, and this side plus written whatever written minus this side. Look at suppose 5 terms. While taking, if you take like this terms, it will become easy. 5 terms, let us say. That means totally 5 terms means middle term I am fixing. This side 2 terms, this side 2 terms. That means this side what I will write is A plus B, A plus 2D. This side what you write is just minus of those, just this side. Okay. 5 odd means only one middle term will be. Write that middle term A. This side 2, this side 2. Like that. Okay. These are in AP only common difference is what D. These are if you take like this, suppose in the problem sum is given, sum of the numbers is given. If we add all these, you will get D cancelled. 5A. Sum is constant. Sum is independent of D. Suppose if we have to take 7 terms. So 7 terms means one middle term fix. This side 3, this side 3. So this side same with minus. Same with minus. Like that, odd number of terms you can take anything. Fix the middle term. By excluding the middle term, 6 terms will be there, 3 that side and 3 this side. Like that, odd number of terms. If even number of terms, suppose if you have to take even number of terms, look at even number of terms means there will be 2 middle terms. There will be 2 middle terms. That means fix those middle terms as A minus B, comma A plus B. Fix these middle terms first. So excluding these two, there will be 2 terms. One that side, one this side. One that side means add 2D. Common difference is what? Common difference between middle terms is 2D. Add 2D. So this side A plus 3D. Whatever that side written, just minus. So terms are taken as A minus 3D, A minus D, A plus D, A plus 3D. Look at they are in AP only. This common difference is 2D, 2D, 2D. Like that, 4 terms. Suppose let us say 6 terms. No need to buy hard. Look at fix the middle terms. 2 middle terms will be there. So if you take out these 2, how many terms will be there? Remaining 4 terms. So that side 2, this side 2. Add 2D. Add 2D. So this side just write minus. Like that 6 terms. Like that even number of terms. Because in the problem, whenever you want to take 4 terms, take like this. Instead of taking a plus b, a plus 2d, a plus 3d, like that, if you take like this, if in the given sum is given, if you add all these things, you will get 4a. If you add all these things, you will get 6a, like that. So tomorrow, I will start GP,